In a serene village cradled by towering mountains and whispering rivers, lived people whose lives seemed straight out of a dream. Their homes gleamed like jewels, their smiles shone brighter than the morning sun, and from a distance, everything looked utterly perfect. But in this hidden paradise, perfection came with a quiet toll. One that feels painfully familiar today. The same exhaustion we carry while scrolling through endless feeds of flawless lives, wondering why ours feels heavier, emptier, unfinished. Nestled deep in a ruined valley, the village appeared untouched by hardship. Travelers paused along the mountain paths and whispered in awe, "These people have it all, beauty, success, joy." What they didn't see were the shadows behind the shine. Much like our modern world, where filters soften reality and comparison quietly steals our peace. Aina lived in the most admired cottage by the river. Her home was always immaculate, flowers blooming in perfect rows, floors gleaming, not a single flaw in sight. She dressed in crisp linens, greeting neighbors with a calm, practiced smile. Aina's life is a masterpiece, the villagers said. But when the sun slipped behind the mountains each evening, the truth emerged. Alone in her spotless room, Aina collapsed from exhaustion. She didn't clean because it brought her joy. She cleaned because imperfection terrified her. A single flaw, she believed, could shatter the admiration she depended on. Her perfect home wasn't a sanctuary, it was a prison. Much like the lives we curate online, hiding the mess so we won't be judged. Then there was Taro, the ambitious climber who saw the mountains as symbols of success. Every dawn, he scaled rugged paths, hauling goods for the village, working longer than anyone else. Blisters formed. Fatigue followed. Still, he pushed on. Taro is unstoppable, the villagers cheered. But deep inside, Taro hadn't rested in years. Each summit brought no satisfaction, only a whisper that followed him down the mountain: "Climb higher, or you're nothing." His life mirrored our modern hustle culture. Endless productivity, constant striving, burning out for applause that fades too quickly. In the bustling marketplace by the river stood Luma, the merchant whose laughter echoed the loudest. His stall overflowed with vibrant fruits and trinkets, his smile never faltering. Luma is the heart of the valley, people said. Yet when the crowds thinned and the sun dipped low, his smile remained, strained. Worry tightened in his chest. Luma had learned early that sadness makes people uncomfortable. So he performed joy, like an actor on a stage. Much like how we post happy moments while silently battling storms, afraid that honesty might cost us connection. For years, Aina, Taro, and Luma carried their burdens quietly. Their images remained perfect, but their spirits slowly unraveled. Only old Sefa, the quiet elder by the river, noticed. One crisp evening, as long shadows stretched across the valley, he invited them to sit by the water's edge. The river flowed gently, as if urging truth to surface. "Why," old Sefa asked softly, "are you all so weary in a village that gleams like gold?" The question hung heavy in the air. Uncomfortable, like a crack in a polished screen. Silence broke. Aina admitted her beautiful home felt like a cage. Taro confessed his climbs left him hollow. Luma revealed that his laughter often hid tears. Old Sefa nodded slowly. "Perfection isn't the villain," he said. "It's obsession that steals the soul. You've built images to impress, and forgotten how to live." In that moment, realization washed over them like sunrise in the valley. Aina saw her spotless house for what it was, a beautiful trap. Taro realized he was chasing validation, not fulfillment. Luma understood that forced cheer could never replace real connection. They weren't thriving. They were surviving on borrowed admiration. Just as many do today, draining themselves for approval and feeling profoundly alone. But old Sefa offered hope. "Strive for excellence," he said gently. "But leave room to be human. Balance isn't surrender, it's strength. Change followed quietly. Aina let wildflowers grow freely in her garden. Taro rested by the river without guilt. Luma spoke honestly and found deeper bonds in vulnerability. The village didn't fall apart. It finally breathed. Perfection can spark greatness. But when it eclipses your true self, it leaves only echoes of emptiness. In today's world of curated feeds and relentless hustle, remember this: chase more. Build better. Grow stronger. Just never mistake admiration for aliveness. Balance isn't a flaw. It's quiet wisdom, the kind that lets you breathe freely.